When you're getting ready to write an equation for a parabola, an ellipse, we're going to be thinking about some things. If you are given that you have a circle, an ellipse, and you know that the center is at 5, 4, and that the vertex the center's at 5, 1. The vertex at 5, 4. And length of minor axis look at that information. There is enough information here for you to write the equation of the ellipse. And this is what we're going to be doing today. So let's take this one, for example, and analyze what we've got. Let's do it visually. The center is at 5, 1. The vertex is at 5, 4. Okay, if the center is here and the vertex is here, what do you know about the way it's turned? That your major axis is going to be vertical. Because remember, your vertex and your focus have to be on the major axis. But I do already know this much about this equation. But what do I need to change here? What's going to go there? That x squared and y squared, if it is at 0, 0, but this is not at 0, so I'm going to have what? X minus 5, quantity squared, and y minus 1, quantity squared. Your center goes in there. Now, the other thing you need in order to write the equation is you need to know A, B, C. You need to see which information you're given. If this is the center and this is the vertex, what information do we have? All right, A is that distance. So we know A is 3. It says the length of the minor axis is 4. How would you interpret that? Okay. The minor axis, the length. Where is your minor axis? Okay. This is going to be our major, right? So we could finish, if this is 3, we'd have to go down 3. Okay, this would be our major axis. What is true about the major axis and the minor axis? They intersect at the circle and they're perpendicular, right? So our minor axis is going to go through here. Now, if the length of the minor axis is 4, what does that mean? The total is 4, so it's going to be 2 on each side of the center. I now have enough to sketch my parabola. But what other information do we have now? B is 2. Okay? Can I finish my equation? Okay. I've got to square. Where 3 squared would be 9. Where do I put my 9? What goes here? How do I find my C? C squared equals A squared minus B squared. So C squared is going to be what? 5. So C. You don't, the reason you would need that is to finish your graph. You don't need it for your equation. Now, sometimes you will be given like C and A. You would use this equation, plug in what you got to solve for B. You actually only use your A and B in your equation. The C is part of your graphing tool. But what we're going to be doing is going to be taking the information that we have and using it to figure out the equation. Now, you may be doing it from a graph, or you may do it from given information like this. But either way, that is what we're going to be doing. Does anybody have any questions? Do you see what we're doing here? Okay. Look at this other example I gave. Here is where you knew the center is 0, 0, and the focus is, this gives you C and A. You had to plug that into this equation and solve for your B to finish your graphing and to finish your equation. You take whatever you're given and use that to find what you need. Do you have any questions about how to take this information and write an equation? Alright, right here's what I want you to be working on.